Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. New Hampshire's flagship university has made public its strategic plan to address the next 5 years with the headwinds it's facing: less state funding, a decline of college-age students, a rapidly changing workforce, and competition. Here's a quote from the University of New Hampshire's 2025 to 2030 strategic plan. Quote, "The University of New Hampshire stands at an inflection point across the country and especially in New Hampshire. The ground beneath higher education is shifting." Now, here's what's shifting. University of New Hampshire challenges 15% to 18% fewer college-age students. Last in the U.S. for public support. A $35 million USNH cut. That's the whole university system, but much of it UNH. Affordability for students and families, a skepticism in the value of higher education, and employers valuing skills over degrees. With me to brief us on its new strategic plan to address these headwinds is the president of the University of New Hampshire, Elizabeth Chilton, who became president in May of last year. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you back. Given those headwinds facing UNH, what is it that this strategic plan has to accomplish to move you forward?
You know, any strategic plan has to really focus on what you want to accomplish for the future, and more importantly, how it is you intend to get there. What are the specific objectives? How do you measure whether you're making progress? And really focus on prioritization and focus on our mission.
Yeah, well, we looked at some of the responses you have made to those headwinds, and here they are. A cut of $17.5 million in your spending. Unfrozen tuition again for 25-26, resident tuition 15,908, non-resident 37,070, eliminate 36 positions and align academic offerings with students and employers. The last item on that list is employers. You say you want to align with students and employers, but with employers, what would that look like, and beyond what you already do in educating students for the business world?
Absolutely. Well, the most important priority expressed in the strategic plan is to demonstrate our impact for New Hampshire. And that means making sure we're educating the citizenry, that we're matching up degree programs with the needs of the state for economic and social development, and making sure our students are prepared for all of the jobs that they're going to have throughout their career.
Yeah. Enrollment. You're seeking to stabilize enrollment after some declines over the last few years, but you have acquired Granite State College. You're partnering with the community colleges. You're registering and educating students online. What else has to be done with enrollment, given the affordability issue for students and their families?
First and foremost, we need to make sure that families and students know exactly how affordable it will be for them. The vast majority of our students receive some form of either merit or need-based aid, and so that's really important to break through that perception that it's out of reach for those who intend or want to go to college.
Finally, you asked a question at the beginning of your strategic plan this year. What do we want UNH to look like in 5 years? What kind of responses have you received to that?
You know, I think I may have mentioned this the last time I was on. You know, my first impressions were that UNH is a hidden gem, and that's not a great way to be perceived. We don't want to be hidden. We want to be seen as New Hampshire's university. And how we can have an impact on the state and serve the needs of the state. That is what UNH needs to be known for more prominently in the future.
Yeah. Final question. Any contraction in what you're trying to achieve in responding to these headwinds? Any contraction of any part of the university at all?
You know, we always need to grow and pull back to meet the needs of our students and the state. And so there will be some growth in some areas and some contraction in other areas. We always need to adjust as we move forward.
Yeah. Elizabeth Chilton, president of the University of New Hampshire, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And if you missed part of this briefing on the University of New Hampshire's plan, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.